Hello and welcome to Sports Memorabilia Framing Center. Today we are going to frame a Kobe Bryant Deluxe frame. We're going to frame that with the purple outer mat and the yellow inner mat. Grab these mats. Here you go. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to measure the jersey. I'm pretty much going to cut an insert for the jersey to make sure it stays nice and stretched out. And this is what you get once you cut your insert. Make sure it's going to fit nicely. And I'm going to get this in there. And since this is a deluxe frame, I am doing this jersey horizontally in the frame so that I could place two photos on the side of the jersey. Okay. Right now I'm fastening the jersey using same thing a department store would use to fasten the prices on it, the labels. There we have our jersey set up. Now it's time to cut the matting. So I'm going to get our yellow matting, put it on my mat cutter. Here are the photos we're going to use. Here's your certificate of authenticity. I'm going to go ahead and get ahead of ourselves while the mat's cutting and place this inside the envelope. Put that right by our photos. There's our yellow inner mat. I'm going to go ahead and place our purple outer mat on the machine so we can have that cutting as we're doing other things. Okay, as our purple outer mat's being cut, I'm going to go ahead and start placing these photos. Once again, I'm using an acid-free tape to hinge your photos to an 8x10, 16x20, 11x14. Anytime there's a photo involved, I'm hinging it with a acid-free tape, pH neutral. Flip this over. Use my burnishing bone to make sure we get a good adhesion on the photos. What I'm going to do now is place a piece of mat board behind the photos. Pretty much keep them protected in the back. Okay. What this does is keeps a nice hard surface behind your photo, so the photo doesn't get pushed through. See now? I have a hard surface behind the photo. And we are set for our purple outer mat. First thing I'm going to do is apply ATG, which is the double-sided tape, to our matting. This is what's going to hold our matting together. Let's continue. Alright. Now, let's place our purple outer mat. Make sure it's nice and square all the way around, so we get a nice even 1/4 inch on the inside, everywhere, around the photo, on the outside of the photo, around where the jersey is going to go. Okay. Our next step would be to cut our spacers. Our spacers are pretty much going to elevate our mat slightly to give room for our jersey that's going to be sitting on the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and cut 4 spacers. Here are spacers. Spacers are pretty much strips of 2-inch foam board, 2-inch by 1/4 inch foam board. Now I'm going to apply ATG to the back of our mats. Once again, this is a double-sided tape. Okay. The next step, since we have our double-sided tape already on there, I'm going to go ahead and place these spacers. In the framing world, this will be called a showcase. When you elevate the mat about a 1/4 inch from the lower mat. I mean, anytime you elevate the mat, it's considered a showcase. Doesn't matter if it's a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, 12 inches. Our last spacer on here. I personally like to use a little tape on the corners to make sure everything's nice and together. Okay. So here's our matting. Now what we're going to want to do is place our backing, our back mat, which I like using as guard color. So I'm going to go ahead and get a black mat now. Okay. Place our black mat here. I'm going to flip this over. Use ATG again. And this is what's going to adhere our top mat to our bottom mat, which creates our sandwich. Okay, now I'm going to square these two off. And place a little ATG just to hold our hold our Kobe Bryant jersey in place while I secure it to the matting. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and secure these into the secure this against the back. Okay, what I'm using now to secure your jersey into place, make sure it doesn't move around in your framing, is something we call a T-pin. This will not damage your jersey in any way. It will literally just hold it in place. And what I've used in the past have been attaches, which is what I use to it's pretty much what I use to secure everything in place, you know, the fold of the jersey at the bottom. But I've come to realize that it just isn't as strong as these T-pins. You know, because we want to make sure our jerseys and everybody's memorabilia gets shipped to them safely. So I find that this is the strongest and the safest for your jersey. What these T-pins do, they pretty much push this thin little pin through the foam or mat board that I use inside your jersey, and I pretty much shoot it all the way through to the back of the other matting to secure it into place. This does not damage your jersey in any way. You see, it's all set. It's not going anywhere. Put a little G here, keep your labels down. Tags down. Okay. Keep this nice and taut. Sometimes I'll use a little ATG, which will not damage your photo or jersey or whatever it is that I'm framing for you guys. There you go. Next step, our backing. This is the last step before your piece gets the frame, the plexiglass or acrylic. This is what's gonna bring everything together, make it one solid piece. I should take this as much as I want, and this is not going anywhere. Looks great. Your certificate of authenticity. I'm going to ATG this to the back of your jersey. Okay. Just a quick overview. Once again, this is a Kobe Bryant Deluxe frame with the purple outer, yellow inner, and the black background. Thank you for watching.